When we talk about money, it often seems like it's all about the numbers. How much you earn, how much you spend, how big your portfolio is, how much debt you have, and whether, for example, you have a budget. But actually, everything starts before Excel. Everything starts in our minds. The purpose of this video is not to give you yet another investment tip or savings advice. But today we're going to look deep inside to where your attitude towards money, and thus the growth of your wealth, actually begins. Because sometimes your problem isn't that you don't know how to grow your money, but rather that you subconsciously hold yourself back, and that break is called money beliefs. I'm Valor Room, and you're watching the Starfish Academy channel, where every week we share lessons with you about money, investing, and entrepreneurship. And if these topics resonate with you, then hit subscribe. Money beliefs are stories we've repeatedly told ourselves or have heard since childhood, and by now they guide us in ways we don't even notice. Today, I will share with you the 5 most common money beliefs that can slow down your journey to wealth, and I will also give you specific ways to reframe these beliefs. The first belief: money or rich people are bad. This is one of the most insidious ones. Maybe you don't say it out loud, maybe you don't even think about it every day, but when someone drives past you in a luxury car, what's your first thought? There's another arrogant show-off. Or, what kind of scam did he pull to get the money for that car? Or when someone says they earn, for example, 5,000 euros a month, do you feel jealousy, discomfort, or suspicion? These are signs that somewhere inside you there might be a belief that if you have too much money, something is wrong, that wealth somehow comes at the expense of others. And of course, you don't want to be that bad person. This is how your subconscious starts to gradually hold you back. Not because you can't do it, but because you don't want to become someone you secretly look down on. But the truth is, money doesn't make a person good or bad. Financially, it amplifies who you already are. If you are caring, then money helps you be even more caring. You can support, donate, and share. If you are creative, then money gives you the freedom to create even more. If you are responsible, then money allows you to carry that responsibility on a larger scale. Ask yourself, what kind of person in this world should have more money? If the answer is someone like me, then why should you avoid wealth? If you believe that you will remain a good person even when you have money, then that belief loses its power and you can finally start seeing money not as a threat, but as a tool. A tool that helps you do more good both for yourself and for others. The second belief: I am not good with money. This often comes from people who say that they don't know how to manage money. I'm not a numbers person. I never really know where the money goes, but it always runs out. If you believe that you're not good with money, then you won't even try to get better. You don't read, you don't research about it, and you don't take responsibility for it either. You postpone dealing with money matters, you delegate them, or even worse, you avoid them altogether. And everything that you don't manage yourself will eventually start managing you. Just think, if you told a child who can't ride a bike yet that they're not good at cycling and put the bike back in the basement, of course they wouldn't become a faster cyclist. It's the same with money. You're not born knowing what an ETF is or what the difference between gross and net profit is. You don't have to be a mathematician to make a budget or to invest. You just have to give yourself permission to learn. And this is where a very important habit change comes in. What if you started telling yourself, I'm getting better and better at managing money? This tells your brain that we're not there yet, but we're moving in that direction, and it shifts the whole focus from being ashamed of mistakes to learning instead. And by the way, if you say that you don't know where your money goes, it doesn't mean you're in a bad financial situation. It just means you haven't yet created a system that works for you. It could be Google Sheets, it could be an app, or it could be pen and paper. Anything that works for you is actually the right system. But the first step is the decision to take responsibility. Every skill begins with a single decision. I don't have to be a master today, but I have to be willing to start. Third belief: I don't deserve that much money or wealth. Very rarely does a person say to themselves in front of the mirror that they don't deserve money. But it's hidden somewhere in small sentences. For example, oh, I haven't really done anything special. Or I'm already doing well enough. Or I should work even harder. Or the classic, who am I to be rich when there are so many people in the world who don't even have a roof over their heads? This belief creates guilt, and with guilt, none of us can truly hold on to wealth. Even if money comes to you, subconsciously you want to get rid of it. You spend more than you need to. You buy gifts for no real reason. You give it away, but not with joy, just to relieve the pressure you feel inside. You forget to keep track of your finances because on some level you feel that all of this is just too much for you. But here comes a fundamental truth. Wealth doesn't have to be something you earn. You don't have to suffer, sweat, or burn out to be worthy of financial security. You don't have to prove your worth through overworking. You don't always have to give before you take. The fourth belief, money only comes from hard work. If you believe this, then anything that feels easy, creative, or enjoyable doesn't seem like real work. This may come to us from our cultural background and history. He who does not work shall not eat. Work hard, put in the effort, and then love will come. If you're not tired, then you haven't tried hard enough, and so we grow up with the belief that only through hard work can something good come. That work must be hard, exhausting, and stressful, sometimes even torturous. But what happens when life offers you the chance to earn something wisely? Then you might feel a burden of guilt and discomfort. If you believe that money only comes through effort, then you don't trust anything else. And this can lead you to burnout, because only when you are exhausted do you feel that you have truly earned your money. But this is not only exhausting, it can also be limiting, because this belief doesn't allow you to create systems that would work even without your constant presence. It doesn't allow you to trust that money can come through knowledge, not just through working hours. It doesn't allow you to believe that value can also be created in peace, ease, and creativity. The fifth belief, if I have money, then others will suffer because of it. This is very subtle but common, especially among people who want to help or do good in the world. This belief says that if you have more, then someone else will have less because of it. As if there were a fixed amount of money in the world that needs to be divided among everyone. When you create something valuable, you are not taking. You are actually giving, and you receive in return. Practice this kind of thought. My wealth creates more opportunities for others as well. Wealth does not have to come at someone else's expense. It can be created by sharing, growing, and building together. And in the end, money doesn't originate from numbers, but from what you tell yourself. If this video made you think, share it with someone who could benefit from it. And if you want more videos that talk about money honestly, practically, and humanly, then hit the subscribe button. See you in the next video, and maybe then with a new belief already.